are built on themes. Everyone know that Disneyland has the Magic Kingdom castle, right? And Universal Studio has movie sets. And water theme parks have the water, right? So if you were a theme park designer, what new theme parks would you build and where would you put it? Glenn.
Framing for the camera. It's all about perception. And with perception in mind, my favorite theme park that I would create is hot rods for adult kids. Yeah, that's exactly. Carrie's thinking about it. If everybody's not familiar, 2 weeks from now is the beginning of the best time in car buff time period for the Monterey Peninsula. It's Car Week, and where does it start? One of the biggest ones is hot rods. Russo and Steel auction, right down on the wharf. Here are the biggest ones. And what I'm thinking about is rides that involve things like Shelby. We'll go back to 66s. We'll go with a 69 GT 500 convertible, white with red stripes. What I'm specifically thinking about is how I would set up this ride. Number one, for the people who want the cars and like to drive and are aficionados, they would have rides where they could drive in these great, historic, well-known cars, get a chance to see what they're like. But for the ones who don't know what they're getting into, I would set them up just like the 4 guys who were behind my wife last year. Let me picture the scene. Here's what happens. You get out there, you're standing behind the fence, Karen gets in a car, it's a Shelby GT 500, 469 cubic inches of displacement, very loud muffler. They're standing behind saying, no girl could start this car. They're standing behind it, kind of like I'm standing behind Jack right now, about this far back, and what happens? They're making fun of her. She's a woman. What does she know about cars? She starts that car up. It's flooded because it's got a carburetor. It's 1969. But in the end, she stomps on the gas. She gets the gas in there. She revs it up there. And you know what happens? You're not standing behind Jack anymore. You're now standing way over here. Because they are blown 3 feet back. And 30 seconds later, they're just walking away, heads down, like, damn. That's the type of amusement park I want. Hot rods for adults.